How are you doing today? I'm super excited about the new series that I'm starting today. Launch Your Million Dollar Dream series, and it's going to be a great one. So, just get your pens and papers out and start to take notes if you can. I'm going to be sharing tips that I've used and I'm still using, and I'm teaching people, and hopefully you're going to be able to get set to launch your million dollar dream. I will share my screen and we can dive straight into what we're going to be talking about today. Sharing my screen. Okay, here we are. Okay, so my name is Tolu Akinsanmi, and earlier on this year, I launched my book, same title, Launch Your Million Dollar Dream. You can find this on Amazon, and that's what inspired this web series that I'm starting today. It's going to be on YouTube, and you can go back and rewatch and relearn, and hopefully from time to time, I'll be adding on to this web series. Also, I have a couple of announcements at the end of today's episode, and hopefully, you can be a part of what I will be talking about. It's something I'm excited about, something the team is already working on, and we have people that are on board. And if you want to join us, you will be able to as well. Okay, so myself, humble self, to like Akinsanmi, the speaker, the founder of Vanilla Style, an e-commerce brand, Precious Pearl, a charity based in the UK. And like I said, I just launched my book, Launch Your Million Dollar Dream, earlier on this year. And you can find it and get your copy on Amazon.com. I'm your coach, your entrepreneur, and entrepreneur. And yeah, that's me in a nutshell. And yes, I will teach you how to launch your million dollar dream. No dream is impossible, and all things are possible if you believe it. You can do it. If you believe it, you can do it. So, have you ever thought that what if you could launch your million dollar dream, own your own six-figure business? If you can retire from full work and not wake up and go to work every day, travel the world with your laptop, have a laptop lifestyle, work from home, so you can be around your kids and watch them grow and be a part of the life. What if you can work your own schedule according to your own time? Do any other thing that gives you joy. Use the money that you're earning from multiple income streams to live your best life. Nothing is impossible. Create a side hustle while you grow your career. If you're the career type and you absolutely love your job, you can have a side hustle and then you can grow that as you're growing your career. Nothing is impossible, my friend. If you truly believe it, you can do it. Some days I choose not to work. On Mondays, I particularly when I used to go to work, I used to be scared about Mondays because that's when all the emails are waiting and everything. Sometimes, because I run my own show, if I'm not in the mood to do any emails or anything, I know somebody else is going to be doing it. And I just like shut down and I'm not doing this because I know I can reschedule my time to do the things that matter. So yeah, you can create the kind of life that you want if you're absolutely ready to put in the best. So what am I talking about? Okay, before I go a little bit into more details, I'll talk about myself. When I was growing up, I thought I was going to be a medical doctor. And so I tried for what we call JAMB in Nigeria, but I didn't make the cutoff. So you had to have a high cutoff to get into med school. And I didn't meet that cutoff. I was so gutted and decided to do microbiology. And after that, I had a master's in um, biotechnology. And I thought, you know what, I can have a career in life sciences and research, work in the lab, and all those kind of things. And then after my master's, during my master's, I went for an internship, and the internship was in New York. I was excited about that trip. Like, yes, it's going to New York for the first time, super excited. And I started working in the lab. Oh my goodness. I would go to the lab in the morning, it was dark, get into the lab, dark at night, getting out of the lab. You're doing all this lab things. And I felt shocked. I was like, no, this isn't the life for me. That was when I realized that I was not going to survive working in the lab. And so I thought, what else can I do? As in life sciences, I want to make money. I want to advance my career. I tried working with a company that produces life science equipment, like a sales specialist. Worked for a couple of months, didn't quite work well. So I thought, let's try to launch a business. Um, I got advanced loan from my folks, and I didn't know what I was doing. I just saw someone's idea of a business bought into a franchise. It was somebody else's idea. They packaged it so beautifully. I thought, oh, I can make this work. Unfortunately, that business failed, and failed it did. It was abysmal. Lost all the money. Maybe I made one or two sales the whole year. That's to know how much it failed. I ate into the capital. It was really rough. And I decided I have to do something else. I swore never to do business ever again. At that point in time, I was devastated. That was about 10 to 15 years ago. And I went into project management, worked there for a couple of years. And then I lost my job. I just had my last baby. And I thought, you know what? Let's try this business thing again. This time around, let's do it differently. Let's look at the processes that we need to follow. Let's do a lot of analysis, research. And then I started. The first year, I didn't make any money. I was almost going to give up. But I was very convinced in my heart. 3 years on after that, I made the six-figure in revenue. And that validated my idea. Like, this is a business that can go places. And so now it's given me the ability to do the things that I love, building the life that I want. I've ticked multiple things off my vision board, launched my book this year, been around my kids, which has been my why. We all have different reasons why we do things, and that's the key motivation. So my why has been my husband, my family, and that has been the driving force for me, and also a desire to serve people. I have a strong desire to serve people, and I channeled that into building the charity called Precious Pearl. And over the years, started about 4 years ago, we've empowered hundreds of people with our Hope Project. Every Christmas, we give food hampers to the homeless and those that are in need of it. We run workshops, free workshops to give grants, coaching for those that want to advance their career, grants for coaching services, and business grants where applicable. And that's given me so much joy. Um, I've been able to look after myself better. I now run at least once a week when I can. I never used to be able to run. There was no time for all those exercises or exercise. But these days I get out and go for a run. It's been quite empowering to be able to do that. I've been able to stay at home and look after my kids, take them to the activities, swimming, music, and all of that, and just watch them grow. And it's been amazing. So I talked about my epic failure, right? And my successful launch. And I looked at it and I thought, what was different? I just did a little bit of comparative analysis, and I'll just go through that right now. Now I planned better, and that's why I had a successful business. I started small and grew big. Never grow too fast, guys. Just like don't incur too much overheads. Like if you don't need something, don't invest money in it. You know, don't add bells and whistles when you're just starting out in business. Start out small and you can grow into your business. That's for me the best way to grow. Research and analyze what are people doing that's made them succeed. You know, taking as much information as you can about the field that the niche that you're going into. Learn what you need to succeed in that field. That's what I did next time around. To not be afraid to learn any new skill that you need to achieve your dream. Guys, I learned to code when I was building my website for my new business because I didn't have money at that point. I was broke. And this website had to go live and there was some problems with it and I didn't have money to get someone to look at it. So I had to learn to use some codes to get the website working. And so I was passionate and desperate, and that's how much I wanted to see it grow. And like I said before, don't go for all the bells and whistles. It's not when I started the second time, I made a mistake. I still make mistakes, but like the first time where I watched myself go down without pivoting or doing anything, I just felt helpless in that situation. This time around, I learned from my mistakes and I try never to make that mistake again. So when I was starting out, I got all this I signed into will I say a project where I got all this fancy looking website to be built for me by these guys that it seemed they knew what they were doing. The website was in the UK number and everything. Apparently, they were really not based in the UK, although they had an office which we went to check out, but nobody. So it was all done online, and they built this website that looked really nice and fancy, but it wasn't converting. People were not able to buy. It was not e-commerce ready, and I'd spent so much money. If I'd done my research accurately at that time, I would have learned of platforms like Shopify that are already e-commerce ready and ready to. You just need to plug you get it built properly and plug your products into it. So research is very important, right? Realize I surround myself with people that challenge me. Looking at them inspires me to know what is possible. I realize that fear is actually false evidence appearing real. As a God girl, I put God first in everything, and I put service to people at the heart of my business. So anytime I see fear, I know it's just false evidence appearing real. Don't be afraid to put your best foot forward. There's never a better time to start what you want to do. Start it right now. Time waits for no one. Money is the most valuable, it's not, sorry, the most valuable thing, neither is wealth. Imagine that there's a guy that's been given 24 hours to die and he offer him $10 million or 10 years. What is it gonna take? It's gonna take time. Money at that point is useless. So what you want to do is buy back your time, you know, use your time. Don't be one of those people that puts the cart before the horse, right? Okay. um so that's basically why I succeeded the next time around. Started small on like the first business as well. I was paying so much um for to access so many things that I didn't really need to if I knew what I was doing. I didn't need to be paying that much to access all those things. The ways that you can, if you've done proper research, that you can grow. The second time around, I was broke. I didn't have the money. And I started with a model that allowed me to, I didn't have to have inventory or anything to run my brand. And less than what, $50 got me started rather than the first time around where I didn't know what I was doing and I wasted thousands. So yeah, also keep surrounding yourself with people that challenge you and inspire you to do better so you know what is possible. Don't be afraid to put your best foot forward all the time. So this is the first um part of my book that I launched talks about vision, mindset, create. Create is creating your idea, finding your ideal customer, marketing, finding your uniqueness, which is the same as branding, and designing the process. I love the step-by-step model because it allows you to work through your idea, right? Till when you're ready to build. So today, I'm going to be talking about some parts of this, okay, which I think these points are very important to growing and doing things properly. If you set your business up properly, you can make money even when you're not there. So the point of you starting a business should not be to spend all your time running that business. So you should set the business up so that it can run itself or be run when you're not there. Okay. And so you have processes in place so that you can teach people that process that you have in place, your marketing process, operational, and all of that, so that it can work to make you money even when you're not there. Right. So for my e-commerce business, even when I'm sleeping, I'm making money, right? Even if, even when I'm not physically working on the business, makes me money. And it's getting the point where we're able to get people to run different aspects of operation so that I can step away from the business, which is what you want. So first of all, find your vision. Create your vision board, a vision document of what you want your life to be in 10 years' time or 50 years' time. Okay. And have a vision document if that works for you. A vision document works better for me, where I have a list of the things that I want for myself for the future. Have a personal vision and a business vision. And also, what's your why? Think about the reason why you want to do what you're doing. Why do you want to have that business? Why do you want to invest in that business? What's the drive? A lot of the time, people don't have a valid why, and that's why the passion fizzles away over time. And so, what's your why? Let's talk about mindset reset. Very important. As an entrepreneur, your mindset needs to be worked on constantly. Okay. And you're sort of different. You have a different mindset than someone who's going to work and coming back, because as an entrepreneur, you're the one applying the force, you're mostly the visionary and the one that people are looking at. And so the force that you drive is what's pushing the business. So you must be a self-starter. You must be a self-starter, and you must be ready to um think high and wide, and do not put yourself in a box. If something is not working, think about another way that you can make it work. And also, let's talk about removing blockers, scripts, mindset scripts that stops entrepreneurs or hold people back. So many things that working in our minds that we're using as reasons and excuses. Some say, oh, I don't have enough experience, but you can get that experience once you start to build. There's so much resources that you can use. Fear of failure. Some people are so afraid to fail. But like I say, failure is important. When you fail, you're gathering data points for how to succeed. When I failed a couple of years back, I gathered all the information and I thought, I'm going to do this again, but not this way. I'm going to do it the other way, not because that way doesn't work. So that's what failure does when you fail forward. Waiting for the perfect time. There's a saying that he who waits for the perfect time will never sow. There's no perfect time. Like I said, time is very important. Time keeps moving. So what you need to do now. Because you don't want to wake up one day and realize, where has all the time gone? What negative emotions that you have that are blockers? Some people, when you see someone who's very successful, how do you feel? Do you feel like, oh, I love this? This person is so inspirational. I love what they're achieving. Or do you feel a bit envious or a bit negative of the success that they're achieving? That negative feeling is a success blocker. It will stop you from being able to get the things that you need to succeed. Immediately you have these negative feelings, you have to deal with them, because they're gonna stop you from being able to manifest that level of success that you're having that negative feeling about. It's almost impossible for you to manifest the level of success of someone that you're looking at with negativity or negative about. the wealth that they have or what they have achieved. It's impossible to be able to replicate that. You're blocking, your mind is blocking access to being able to achieve those things. So, yeah, remove those feelings immediately. Remove your money block. There's so many money scripts that stops us from using money as a tool like we should. Like I always say, money is a tool for you to achieve what you want to achieve. And until you reset your mind about the money blocks that you have, you might find it difficult to do the things that you need to do with money, using money as a tool. Would you believe that some people, and it's happened to me as well, are afraid of making too much money? Once the money starts to come, they start to self-sabotage without realizing that what they have is a money block. So you need to realize what your money blocks are, your relationship with money. It's very important so that you can run a successful business. Fight the imposter syndrome. Even people that are high level executives or that have launched big businesses sometimes they struggle with imposter syndrome. This is when you feel like you're not deserving of the level of success that you're achieving, and your mind is telling you that you shouldn't be there. You deserve every level of success that you've achieved. You deserve to be exactly where you are. There's nobody more deserving than you. Let's talk about create. Ideas are things. Once you have an idea, you can manifest it in the physical. Whatever thing that you see that's been created physically was once an idea. There's nothing that we see on this planet Earth that was not initially an idea. So, if you have a strong idea, all you need to do is learn how to turn that idea into, bring it into, manifest it into the physical. Innovate, turn your vision into transformational ideas. Your idea should transform people's lives, should solve a pain point so that people are ready to pay you money for it. You know, people will be able to say, yes, come on, just give me that, or come and solve this problem for me. I want that product and give you money for it. Okay. And identify what your ideas are and validate your ideas. Make sure that your idea is profitable. You don't want to jump into the market and then you spend so much time and resources and you realize that your idea is not profitable. So it's very important to validate your idea before you start. If you're struggling about an idea, stop, think about what you're good at, what you're passionate about. I talked to a friend a couple of days back who sells a food item. And how she started was because she would offer that food item to friends when they came visiting. And it was so good that people said to her, can you do this in bulk? We'll buy this from you. We'll freeze it so we can, warm it up and use it when we want to, and then she realized that she had a business on her hands. So what are you so good at? What are you passionate about? What have people complimented you on? What are the things that you do for free to help people? All you need to do is learn how to package that into a business. I'm wearing one of my favorite t-shirts. It says, yes, you can. Whenever I want to go for a run, I love to wear this shirt because anytime I start to feel tired or my mind is saying slow down, I sort of remember the slogan on there that says you can do anything that you want to. You're probably not seeing probably because it's inverted in the camera, but that's what it says. Market research, very important. Did I do this the very first time around? Nope. I didn't even know who my ideal customer was, who my real customer was, or where to find them, how to find them. I didn't know what my competitors were doing. I just bought into somebody's idea. And that's what we do a lot of the time. And it's a shame because we're leaving out other people version of who they think we should be, or we're buying into people's ideas rather than being authentic with ourselves and think about what do I really want and being bold enough to take the step to achieve that thing or to do that thing. Most of the time, we let our mind tell us that how dare you think that you can achieve that, or how dare you try to achieve that. But if you have an idea, whatever idea that pops into your mind, it's a sign that you can manifest it. It was meant for you to manifest. It's like a woman who's pregnant with a baby. That baby is hers, even though it's in the womb and it's growing, it's hard to birth into reality, and she has to go through the birthing process to bring that baby out. But because she can't see it physically, does not mean that baby is not there. So that's what ideas are. When they're incubating in your mind, they're real already. You just need to manifest them physically. So you need to go through the right steps to identify your ideal customer, carry out research to find out profitable niches, evaluate the market, the demand, your competitor, what they're doing, all that very important. Planning, proper planning, your vision, mission, and goals, your values. What are the core values for that business? Craft a compelling value proposition, USP, what sets you apart. I'm sorry about typographical errors. I read this, I went through this slide a million times. I can't believe just how much errors I'm still seeing here. But anyway, we just keep going through it. What sets you apart in the market? What is it that can make you stand out and different from your competitors? There are different ways these days. Many ways you can listen on your competitors, listen on what customers are saying, especially in the days of social media. There's so many tools that are being used, um, social media listening tools. You listen to entire conversations and see what people are saying about your competitors. And then, or even groups like Quora and things like that. And then you can use that to your own advantage to create products and services that are so compelling that people cannot but buy. So craft your USP, how you will stand out in business. Okay. Outline the components of the business plan. Create the plan for your business, the marketing, the product analysis, operations, financial. Just put all of that down in a document. Then your branding is very important across all your platforms. You should have a unique value, a unique branding that is associated with you. If you look at the big brands out there, like Coca-Cola or different brands, when you see them on an app, you get the same vibe when you see them on Instagram, the same vibe if you get an email from them, or if you go to their website. So whatever content they're putting out there is representing the brand. So your messaging, the unique voice that your brand will use, the personality, and the brand story that you're creating must be the same across all touch points, across all your for your customers, across all your platforms. So branding is very important. It's what makes your business your business. Is what makes you you. It's what when people see, they know. For example, if you look at Coca-Cola, the personality is cheerful, happy, the fun, Christmas at Christmas time, they have all this beautiful, lovely family jingle, also about parties and fun times. That's the personality of the brand. So think about your brand. What personality do you want to project? Marketing. Marketing is the lifeblood of any business. If you're not doing your marketing right, you will struggle. When you do your marketing right, you get people starting to clamor for that product, they want it so bad, right? When I started, I was building the social media and I wasn't making any sales. And I didn't realize then that because I talked about building a website that was not e-commerce ready, wasn't converting. I spent so much money on that. That was why. And so along over the period of the 1 year, I built the brand, voice, personality, beautiful pictures, representing the quality of the product, and people just wanted to buy. And then I started to get angry messages in social media. We're trying to buy, we can't buy. Why can't we buy? And that's when I tested the website and realized, oh my goodness, this website isn't converting and spend so much money. So you must be testing as you're growing, right? You're testing every aspect of your business, very important as you're building. Marketing is very important. Your target audience analysis, the psychographics, the demographics, very important for you to know what keeps them up at night. Where can you find them on social media? What are they talking about? What do they like? That helps you to tailor your marketing to your ideal customer. Explore marketing channels and different strategies, very important. Using social media marketing, you should not be using media to market. You shouldn't be using social media as a consumer all the time. You should be leveraging social media for your business. If you have a business and you're only using social media as a consumer, you're doing yourself a disservice. You need to learn how to leverage social media to boost your business. Remember, I said that within 3 years, after the first year of not making money, we're able to push my brand into six figures. This was all by the power of social media, not paid ads or this mainly was by organic marketing that you get through social media. And so it's very important for you to know how this works. If you have a product or service and you can use this um to push your brand. User-generated content is amazing. When you have your users generating content for you, and you're able to reuse that content, that is validation for your product. Content marketing as well, across blogs, socials, very important that you're speaking the right message at the right time. So the customers that, and I'll talk about that in a bit, that meet up with your business are at different points in the customer journey. And so you have to be giving them the right type of content. Someone can't just meet with your business today and you're telling them to buy immediately. That's not going to work. So you need to know the right type of content to be putting out across your platforms. Your email marketing. Email marketing can supercharge your business. Advanced email marketing. These days, there's so many apps that you can use, like Avio, which are really awesome in targeting and helping you to put the right message in front of your customer. Influencer marketing is also a great way to do organic marketing on social media, where you're using influencers to promote your product and you're buying into their audience. They already have an audience, you're just buying into their audience and you're leveraging that for your business. Building is very important. The building part, and that's with testing, you're building iterations, and you're creating a minimum viable product for your business. And this is a minimum necessary requirement for use. The minimum viable product has the minimum necessary requirement for use, but can be adapted and improved in future. So like you're not building and expecting to make a, a product that has all the bells and whistles, because you're building, you're iterating, and you're creating and adding things. But the first product, so you can, from customer feedbacks, you can start to improve your product. You don't want to create, in fact, if you have a product that's perfect from day one, you've launched too late. So you're not waiting until everything is perfect. You need a website that converts. I just shared my story about how I created a website that was pretty rubbish and nobody could buy anything. So it's very important for you to have a website that converts. Okay. Streamline all your platforms to enhance the customer journey across all the platforms that you're using, apps, socials, website, blogs. Make sure that your customer is having, their the customer journey is enhanced across all and streamlined across all those platforms, so that when they get on Instagram and they want to buy, you're able to take them through. They're able to click through to your website where they can easily buy, or they want to find more information about you in the about you section of your website, or about your shipping. And so make sure that all the information that will enable your customer to make the purchase are readily available across all your platforms. And then you need to understand the customer journey. So this will help you to create and nurture leads. When a customer, like I said before, if a customer meets you today, they may not buy from you today. It might take a couple of sessions for them to buy from you. One thing I love about Shopify is it actually shows you how many sessions a customer has been on probably the customer's coming from Instagram or is Shopify data can tell you how much sessions they've been through before making a purchase, and that helps you to see that sometimes a customer needs to be nurtured when they come in contact with your business the first time. They want to wait to see that you're legit, that you know what you're doing, and that you have your products are offering the quality that you're saying it offers. So that's very important. And the content that you're putting out there, the different content you're putting out there will be what will be communicating these pieces of information at different points of your customer's journey. So understand the customer journey to create and nurture leads. Customer service excellence must be on point all the time, even from when you're starting. When you must always be professional and you must always make sure that you're offering tip-top customer service, because if they're thinking of buying from you and they're not sure, and you engage with them professionally and you make them feel comfortable when they're asking all the questions, you're giving them all that they need, they will end up coming to buy from you. And I experience that a lot. Sometimes I get a lot of questions and questions and questions on social media, and then we try our very best to make sure that we're answering all those questions professionally, and just telling them all that they need to know to make them comfortable with your brand. So customer service excellence important. Either you have a product or a service. And then you can now talk about scaling as you're growing, product diversification, as you're adding new products, you can now start to add all the bells and whistles I talked about. Think about international markets, marketplace integration, if you want to add things like eBay, Amazon, Etsy, just to make your product available to more channels. And then you can start looking at that as you're growing, and the growth plan as well. And then it's also important to look at analytics and improve so that you can use that to improve and look at different KPIs. Look at, make sure you're looking at all those KPIs that are important for growth. Make sure that you're improving based on your customers' feedback. If your customers are complaining about something, don't overlook it. Look for the best way that you can make things better so that they can come back to buy from you. Because it's very important. Your sales should not only be based on how much you can sell to one customer. You should have repeat customers. Every customer should have a lifetime value. You don't just want to sell to one person, and that's if you think of a company like Amazon. How many times have you bought things on Amazon and then you've gone back to keep buying from Amazon? So it's very important for you to use feedback that you're getting from your customers to build. So that's the end of the first part of the web series, and I'll be bringing more to you as time goes on. So I talked about two things, right? A new membership program that's starting. We have a few people that jumped on this starting on the 29th of July, I believe, the last Thursday in July. I'm super excited about this because I'll also be personally launching a new brand for clients, and I can't wait. So if you're trying to launch, if you've launched and you're struggling with growth, this is for you. If you're trying to launch and you don't know how to start, this is for you. It's called the Launch and Scale membership program. And honestly, you should be thinking about joining this. Okay. I will encourage you to, if you have a business that you want to launch, you have an idea, or you've already started, and launchandscale.toluakinsanmi.com. Check that out. Launch and scale at toluakinsanmi.com. There's more information on there, and you can just go on there and start. If you want more information, feel free to come to me and ask questions. I'll be happy to answer, and someone will be happy to answer you. Okay, so what we're offering in that membership, there's a growth accelerator playbook. That's the course of about 88, about 90 to 100 models. And it gives you the step-by-step approach to building your business, right from getting the idea to validating the idea, to market research, to how to conduct market research, to building and all the different aspects of building. If you don't have the business plan, how to create a simple business plan. So many parts of this model can and you will find very useful, give you the step-by-step approach to building your business. And there's also the social media marketing mastery that I used personally to build my business, and how you can grow on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, how you can use social media to grow your business. There's a Launch Your Vision challenge on there. If you're struggling with starting a business, how you can get that vision and get ideas from that vision. Okay. There will be multiple case study analysis on there, demo, Shopify demo, which I absolutely love. I love Shopify. We have an advanced e-commerce marketing playbook, um, weekly business workshop. So this is for serious people. If you know that you want to get in and you're ready to start up a weekly business workshops, and there's a community where you can ask questions and get answers. And like I said before, a step-by-step approach to building your business as well. And so this is me at the end of the first part of this web series. Don't give up just yet. If you've been doing this for a while, don't give up. Launch and Scale program available. Launch and scale.toluakinsanmi.com. And I've come to the end of the first part of the web series. And thanks for joining me today. God bless you. Don't give up. Your best is yet to come.